hear me okay? Excellent. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming tonight to our community State of DCSD presentation. You're going to hear from me about the state of our district, where we are and where we're going. You're also going to hear from some of our amazing students about the journey that they've had while they've been in Douglas County School District. And then finally, we're going to recognize our 42 award-winning schools, because we're just so incredibly proud of our schools. So again, thank you very much for being here tonight. My name is Erin Kane, and I am very, very proud to be the superintendent of Douglas County School District. And I have some other guests. First, we're going to start, of course, with the national anthem. We have one of our amazing students here to sing the national anthem. I know you'll be as blown away by him as I am, so Colin, come on up. Got a hot one? Okay, good job. All right, go ahead. I'll get out of the way.
That's okay.
Yes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you.
Pleasure.
So how about another round of applause for Cullen from Thunder Ridge? He did such a great job. You will see tonight what amazing students we have here in Douglas County School District and what they've been able to accomplish while they were here. I'm really excited tonight to give you a little bit of a window into so many of our kids. We do have our Board of Education directors with us, so if you're with the Board of Education, please stand up and I will introduce you. We've got President Susan Meek and Director Tony Ryan. Being on the Board of Education is an extremely challenging task. It is an unpaid volunteer job, and they do an amazing job overseeing our school district and helping us make sure that we're always doing great things for our students, so thank you. I'd also love to introduce, before I go on, I want to introduce my team, because they help make everything happen in this school district. It's not a one-woman show by any stretch. There's so many amazing players throughout our school district, from our leaders to our teachers, and our amazing cabinet team. So if my cabinet team could stand up, I'd like to introduce you. We've got, and I'll do it all at once, Deputy Superintendent Danella Hyatt, Chief Human Resources Officer Brian, Mark Blair is our Chief Technology Officer, Danny Windsor is our Assistant Superintendent, Matt Reynolds is our Chief Learning Services Officer, my Chief of Staff, Steve Colella, Stacy Rader, our Chief Communications Officer, Mary Klemesh, our General Counsel, Janice Schleisner, our amazing CFO, and Jackie Millay, our Chief Operations Officer. Thank you for all that you do. All right, so tonight I'm going to tell you a little bit about the state of our district, what we've been able to accomplish over the last year, and what we have as we're looking forward to the future and kind of where we are. I'm also going to talk about money and where your money is spent, and how we use those hard-earned dollars to benefit our children. So let's start with our points of pride. We are once again the top scoring school district in the Denver metro area, which we are so proud of. Our teachers and our staff have made this happen, so congratulations to them. We also have an incredible graduation rate. Last year, our graduation rate was 92.2, and it was a high for Douglas County schools, and we were so excited. And this year, it's 93.6, which puts us at the top of the state, minus the really small rural districts where all 5 kids graduated. But of a district of any size, we have the highest graduation rate in the state of Colorado, and we're so proud of the incredible work going on in our schools, where our teachers and our staff are taking care of each and every one of our kids. We have also narrowed the achievement gap in every area since the pandemic. So we've narrowed the achievement gap in both math and English for our students with disabilities, our students who qualify for free and reduced lunch, our multi-language learners, and our minorities. Narrowing the achievement gap is incredible work, and it's going on in our schools because our principals and our teachers and our staff are taking care of each and every one of our kids every single day and making sure that we do whatever we need to do to move every child forward. I'm also incredibly proud of our turnover rate. 4 years ago, our turnover was 26% in Douglas County. Today, it is 13%. It is the lowest in the Denver metro area. Yes, even lower than Cherry Creek. It is the very lowest turnover rate in the metro area, and we're really proud. We're proud that our teachers and our staff have made, even though we are not the highest paying, we're in fact the lowest paying, our teachers and our staff have made the commitment to stay right here in Douglas County schools, and we are just so incredibly grateful to all of them. We also have now, we've gone from 78 to 90 pathways in career and technical education and concurrent enrollment. So we do something really unique in Douglas County schools. We have career and technical education and concurrent enrollment pathways like many other districts do, but all of our pathways, we partner with higher education partners so that they also can get transcripted college credit for their pathways or industry certifications and micro-credentials. This means that our kids leave our system with currency that they can actually use in the workforce or towards their college education. So it's no longer you're either going straight to a job or you're going to college. Now it's an and proposition. Our kids are ready to do both, and they have the currency they need to do both, and so it's their choice what they want to do when they leave Douglas County. We also think it's really important that our students find the thing that they're incredibly passionate about while they're in our schools. And we know if they find something they're passionate about, they do better academically, they graduate, and their attendance rates go way up. So we're proud of all of the work in career and technical education. We have plenty of work left to do because a lot of our students are on wait lists for these programs. They're so incredibly popular that we can't get everyone in, so that's something we need to work on as we move into the future. And then finally, Parent Magazine does a survey every single year across the state of Colorado to figure out what schools are parent favorites in the state. And every single year, our schools right here in Douglas County Schools clean up the list. We're like most of the list, so it's really fantastic. And this is just a quick overview of our school district. Most of you know that Douglas County School District is over 850 square miles. That's about 2/3 the size of Rhode Island. We have 92 schools across that 850 square miles. We have about 7,600 employees, and we're really proud of the work that they're doing each and every day in our district. And these are the academic rankings directly from the Denver Post. So the academic rankings in literacy and mathematics, both Douglas County School District was #1. Littleton Public Schools is a really close second. They do a great job in Littleton Public Schools as well, so we are really neck and neck. So it's kind of Douglas County and Littleton and then everyone else. And for the record, Cherry Creek is #4. About 15 points behind us, actually. And so, again, we're just so proud of the work that's going on in our schools every single day, the focus on literacy and numeracy and making sure that our kids have the foundational skills and content that they need to be incredibly successful in the world. Now I want to update you on our ballot initiatives. So as many of you know, we have passed 2 ballot initiatives recently. So I want to talk to you about those ballot initiatives and the return on investment that our taxpayers are seeing from those ballot initiatives. So let's start with the 2023 mill levy override. Our taxpayers were very generous to pass a mill levy override in 2023, and here's what we promised it would go to. We said we would get a campus security specialist for every elementary school. We have done that. We said we would get additional school resource officers in the pool to help cover our elementary schools at a larger rate. We've done that. And we said we would give our teachers and staff a 9% increase to get us from being about 20% below market to where we are today, which is still below market at about 7%. But we've made tremendous gains in the area of competitive pay thanks to the 2023 mill levy override. I think so often people feel like they throw money at K-12 education and they don't feel like they see any discernible difference or any difference in outcomes. Well, in Douglas County School District, since the 2023 mill levy override was passed, our scores in both literacy and numeracy continue to climb, and our turnover rate by paying our amazing teachers and staff more competitively has plummeted. So our taxpayers have already seen a real return on investment for the 2023 mill levy override. We also passed a bond in 2024, and again, we're incredibly grateful. It was passed by almost 60%, which is amazing in Douglas County, so we're just so grateful for the support from our community. And we were able to use the bond to build new schools in Douglas County for the first time since about 2010. Why are we building new schools when our enrollment is more or less flat? Well, I always tell people we have exactly the right number of schools in all the wrong places. The way that our community has sprawled out, now all the places where we have a concentration of schools are the places where people have stayed in their homes and aged in place, so we don't have nearly as many young kids coming in those communities as we used to. And we have these communities that are under construction that are in different areas of the county that are being packed with young families, and the schools for those young families are in a neighborhood several neighborhoods away. So it's really important in Douglas County that we put the schools where the children are. I know that sounds really basic, but it's very complicated because I can't pick up a school and move it to where the children are. But we really need to have the schools where the children are. If we want young families to continue to move to Douglas County School District and to Douglas County, they need to know that they're going to have a school for their children, like so many of us who moved here. I moved here 27 years ago, and I wanted to move to a community where there was a school. Young families today feel exactly the same way, and we want them to choose Douglas County, not Aurora Highlands or somewhere else where they can move into a new neighborhood with a school. So we have to put the schools where the children are in order to preserve our property values. So these two schools are a good start. We're opening a new school in the Lone Tree community, in Lone Tree, in the Lyric community, which is already being packed with young children. So we'll be able to address the growth that's going on east of I-25 in Lone Tree. We are also very proud to be building a school in Sterling Ranch. This is on the west side of Highlands Ranch, west of Santa Fe. It's a huge community. It's only about 20% built out, but it's going to be about 18,000 homes. It's a giant community. And so we're able to build our first elementary school. Both of these schools are under construction right now. If you drive through the Lyric community or into Sterling Ranch, you will be able to see construction being well underway. We are super excited about opening these schools so that we have a neighborhood school where the children are moving to. We were also able to make a number of additions thanks to the 2024 bond. Some of those additions are right here at the Legacy campus. So if you have not been here before, welcome to our school district's Legacy campus. This campus is where our high school students, juniors and seniors, can access career and technical education and concurrent enrollment pathways from their neighborhood high school. As I mentioned earlier, we have 90 pathways across the school district. All the high schools have the same schedule, so our kids can access any pathway in their own high school, a neighboring high school, or here at the Legacy campus. One of the things the bond will do for us is add to the pathways that we're able to offer here at the Legacy campus. So we'll be able to offer an aerospace pathway in advanced manufacturing, an automotive technology pathway, including EV and hybrid, which our kids really need if they're going to go directly into the automotive industry. We will be able to offer construction pathways, including construction trades, electrical technology. There'll be some plumbing and HVAC in there as well so that our students can be fully ready to go into construction management if they so choose, or to go out directly into the industry. We are also adding pathways at a couple of our high schools. We currently have an automotive pathway at Ponderosa High School and Douglas County High School. Those high schools are both on the east side of I-25. This will allow us to open an automotive pathway at Highlands Ranch High School on the west side of I-25 so that all of our students can have access to automotive without having to drive all the way across the county for the school day. Likewise, we currently have a cosmetology pathway that we could fill 3 times over at Highlands Ranch High School, which is west of the highway, and we'll be adding cosmetology to Douglas County High School on the east side of the highway so that more students can access cosmetology. The cosmetology program has been so incredibly successful because not only are the kids learning how to do hair and how to do the cosmetology part of it, they're also learning to be entrepreneurs, how to run their own business, and everything that it takes to go into that industry. And I certainly know that AI will never be doing my hair. So we know those kids have incredibly bright futures in front of them, and we want to offer as much as we can to our students so we're not turning them away. We will also be expanding Sierra Middle School in Parker. If any of you know anything about Sierra Middle School, it is a 50-year-old building in Parker that has been on well water for all this time, which is astounding to me that we could have an entire school on well water. So we'll be moving Sierra Middle School over to city water, along with expanding it with a new wing and fixing it up, upgrading it, so it's a nicer building for our students to be able to go to school in. Finally, there is an interactive bond map on our website where you can go look at any region in the school district, and you can see exactly what's happening with your tax dollars. So if you click on any one of these regions, it will expand. You'll be able to click on schools and see exactly what projects are underway by school, what's completed, and when the anticipated completion date is. So you can see exactly where the dollars that all of you chose to invest in our school district are going and how they're being used to benefit our students. All right, so now I'm going to talk about a really exciting topic, which is school funding. I know this makes, I have a math degree, so I get excited about this stuff, but it's also really, really important to know exactly where the money comes from and where it's going and how we're spending your hard-earned tax dollars. So let's start with how schools are funded. Our schools here are funded in 2 different ways. We fund them through our local property taxes, and the state of Colorado kicks in funding. So our local property taxes alone do not pay for K-12 education in Douglas County. Our local property taxes did go up tremendously in the last few years, and you can see that from the blue line. But for our school district, and all school districts, when the local taxes go up, the state taxes come down. So the amount of money that the school district gets doesn't change. We just get more locally and less from the state, but we end up getting the same amount. So even when all of our assessed valuations increased and therefore we paid a higher dollar amount in taxes, the state just kicked in fewer dollars so that we ended up in the same place. This line over on the right, this represents our bond and mill levy override mill rate. So this is our tax rate for our bond and our mill levy override. On the left is 2013, and on the right is today. And you can see how much our tax rate in Douglas County School District has dropped since 2013. You can see the spikes where it rose because we passed ballot initiatives, and you can see it's continuing, it's going back to dropping. So why does our tax rate keep dropping? When we have asked for mill levy overrides, which we have done since about 1989, we've always asked for fixed dollar amounts. So you can imagine that whatever the $1.5 million in 1989 was set to pay for, it can't pay for today. We can't hardly buy anything with $1.5 million, let alone whatever district-wide program was happening at that time. Because we're asking for fixed dollar amounts, our tax rate drops every single year because that fixed dollar amount is being spread over more households, causing our tax rate to drop. This is one of the reasons our school district is always so squeezed. Our taxes aren't adjusted for things like inflation and growth because we're getting this fixed dollar amount. So that's the effect that you're seeing over there. The staff has presented a funding plan to the Board of Education that would allow us to get our tax rate back up, not to where it was in 2013, but it still needs to go up a little bit for the district to be sustainable in the long term. in terms of operations and in terms of managing all of our facilities. And we want to get our tax rate to a place where the taxpayers can count on a tax rate that we're not going to continually ask them to increase. So that's our goal, is to get to where we have a stable tax rate for both the district and for our taxpayers. This is a tax rate comparison. So this fully demonstrates what's on the prior slide. This is the total tax rate for education, and it compares Douglas County on the right to Littleton, Cherry Creek, St. Vrain, Jeffco, Denver, and Aurora. You can see that we have one of the lowest tax rates for education here in Douglas County in the Denver metro area, and yet we are also the #1 school district. But our tax rate continues to drop, which continues to squeeze us. That's why we have to get to a sustainable place. It won't be as high as our neighbors, but it needs to be a little bit higher than it is now. And this is a funding comparison. So this looks at dollars rather than tax rates. This is dollars per student. In the blue part, that's the dollars per student that we get from the combined of state and local funding. And the orange is our mill levy override per student. When the 2023 mill levy override passed, we almost doubled our dollars per student that we were able to raise from the mill levy override. But you can see that it's still significantly less than some of our neighbors. And we compete with our neighbors. We compete for staff. That's why we are 7% below market in terms of our pay rate, which is a whole lot better than 20% below market. So we're slowly working our way to get closer to the market in terms of what we're able to pay our teachers and staff. And of course, no one needs to tell you all that Douglas County is an incredibly expensive place to live. All right, so this is where your money goes. We raise about $850 to $900 million a year from our revenue, and this is where it goes. The orange part is for student programming in our schools. The vast majority of your money goes to supporting students, teaching students, helping students in our schools. The green part, that goes to maintaining and running our school facilities. So that's custodians, operations and maintenance, the plumbers, the electricians, the electrical bill, the water bill, maintaining our 92 schools and our other buildings, as well as transporting our students to and from school. So the green is those operations and maintenance and transportation folks that keep our schools running and get our kids to school. The blue is what people typically think of as central administration. So the blue is about 5% of expenses. 5% of our expenses goes to central administration. That includes human resources, business services and payroll, and information technology, student support services, and a number of other professional development, a number of areas. All of those folks are supporting the people in our schools. Our human resources department, as an example, is incredibly low compared to our peers that have far fewer children than we have, because we try to keep things really tight so that we can keep our dollars in our schools. But we have to have those central departments because somebody has to answer the phone when one of our 7,600 employee calls and needs something, and someone has to maintain the 63,000 devices and countless wireless networks across this giant school district. This is looking at your dollars in a different way. Most of our money goes to humans, so most of our money goes to our employees. So when you look at our employees, about 53% of our employees are licensed staff. So those are our teachers in our schools supporting our kids. 20% go to paraprofessionals, also in our schools supporting our kids. Many professional and office administrative support are also in our schools. And then we have, again, the trades, the services, the bus drivers, et cetera, in the green. And then finally at the top is administrators. So when you look at our entire employee count, 3% of our employees fall into one of the following categories: principals, assistant principals, my team, myself, and our district leaders and managers. So that's our admin, our true administrators. We have 3%. The state average is 5%. Most of our peers have 5% or more. We try to run really, really lean so that we can spend, again, as many of our dollars as possible in our schools with our kids. I do want to talk to you a little bit and be really transparent about our financial reality right now, today. The state of Colorado has been running on a shortfall. Maybe you've been reading this in the news. Last year, their shortfall was about $1 billion. This year, it is $1.2 billion. Next year is expected to be $1.2 plus billion. So that shortfall is impacting K-12. K-12 is about 45% of the state's budget, and so when the state is short that much money, you can expect to see K-12 be squeezed. And we have been. Us, all of the school districts across the state of Colorado, we are not getting funding for inflation. Most of us are flat to declining enrollment due to birth rates, and so it's been a real challenge financially for all school districts for the last several years, and it looks like it will be a real challenge going into the future. This is our financial situation here in Douglas County School District. This is our unassigned fund balance, so think of this as our savings account. You can see where the COVID dollars came in, and in a lot of cases, those ended up in our savings account, which is a lot better than other choices. The reason the state of Colorado is at $1 billion shortfall is that they were often spending one-time money on ongoing expenses. So when the COVID dollars ran out, but the ongoing commitments like full-day kindergarten and universal pre-K continued, that's where that shortfall came from. We didn't do that, so we put the money in our savings account. We've been strategically spending down our fund balance to hold on to our employees. As we were working towards our ballot initiatives, we were doing things like one-time retention bonuses and other things to try to hold on to our employees because we were paying them so far below the market. Now we need to be in a break-even situation where we have a balanced budget by 27-28. So we have about a $15 million hole to fill here in Douglas County Schools by 27-28. We are in the process of consolidating schools. That will help tremendously. We're taking some other cost-saving measures, so we're working really hard. We've got 2 years to fill that $15 million hole. While that sounds like a lot, some of our neighbors are in much worse condition. I would much rather be in this district. You may have seen recently that Cherry Creek announced 150 layoffs effective the end of this semester. Jefferson County has a $60 million deficit or a $60 million hole to fill. So we feel all right about having a $15 million hole to fill, and we're confident that we will be able to do it by right-sizing everything that we need to right-size so that we can continue to run without a deficit. Okay, and this is just about a little bit about average teacher salary. So you can see that mill levy override helped pop our average teacher salary quite a bit. We were really far below the market, but we still, our starting teacher pay is about $51,000. And again, just comparing it to someone like Cherry Creek, they are still pretty far ahead of us in starting teacher pay. Our starting teacher pay used to be close to $40,000, so $51,000 is a whole lot better. We still have some additional progress to make. All right, and I want to also talk a little bit about growth and decline. Growth and decline is what we call this phenomena of we have all the right number of schools in all the wrong places. So we need to build schools where the children are, and we need to consolidate schools where there aren't as many children so that every child has access to a thriving school with lots of students and therefore lots of opportunities. So our growth and decline challenge has meant that we've been working towards school consolidation. So we consolidated schools in Highlands Ranch, and that will be effective in 26-27. I see some of our school leaders here, and I'm just so incredibly proud of our schools and our staff and all of our families and how they've really come together. So we will be opening 3 new schools in Highlands Ranch in the fall. We're really excited to be able to introduce our 3 new schools to you. Saddle Ranch and El Dorado will become the Golden Ridge Elementary Owls. And I was just at Saddle Ranch a couple of days ago, or on Friday, I think, and they were already in their Golden Ridge Owls shirts. They're all ready to go for next year, which I think is absolutely amazing. Heritage and Summit View will become the Mountain Peak Elementary Mustangs. So that will be the new school in that area. And then finally, Acres Green and Fox Creek will become Silver Spruce Elementary or the Silver Spruce Moose. So they even have a thing where it's very cute. The Silver Spruce Moose. So we're really excited to welcome these new, bigger, thriving schools to the Highlands Ranch community. And then where is our school district going as we look to the future? Well, I always start with our Board of Education ends. Our Board of Education puts together aspirational goals for our school district. And this is what the school district is expected to be aspiring and making progress towards. It is up to the school district staff to develop a strategic plan to work our way towards these very aspirational ends. And I just want to read the big one to you, the global ends. All students will develop the knowledge, skills, mindsets, and dispositions needed to achieve their highest individual potential in a safe, accessible, thriving, and welcoming learning environment. These results shall be produced at a cost that demonstrates good stewardship to our taxpayers. This is our strategic plan, and this is where I put down my clicker. I think everyone makes fun of me. Is she going to put down the clicker? She is. But this is our strategic plan. I'm really, really excited about the strategic plan that will lead us towards the board ends. So I want to start with really the underpinnings of our strategic plan. The strategic plan is based on the idea of hope and optimism for our students. Our students need more hope and optimism in their lives. I think inadvertently over the last 20 plus years, we've been sending messages to our kids and to each other that everything is horrible. Our politics is horrible, the planet's going to die, everything bad is going to happen. And the truth is, the children in our system today are the ones who are going to fix all of that. They are going to be the ones who go out there and cure cancer and fix whatever's ailing the planet and fix all of the things that maybe we prior generations have broken. They are the hope for our future, and if they put their minds to it, they can go out there and fix anything. They're going to get everything they need here in our school system to be able to do that amazing work. Our kids need to be able to see themselves 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and be really excited about what the future holds. If we can help them do that, then the thing that's in front of them right now, today, won't feel like the end of the world. If they really feel like they're really excited about 5 years from now and 10 years from now, they'll be able to move past whatever challenge is right in front of them. And I think that's just incredibly important. So we always want to start with that idea of purpose and hope and optimism for our students. For us, that comes with 5 cornerstone commitments. Number 1 is academic excellence. Our kids are going into an incredibly exciting future where they're going to have jobs that most of us can't even imagine. But if they can't read, write, and do math, it won't matter. Our kids have to have those foundational skills and content, and we can't ever take our eye off that ball as we're looking at all the other exciting things that are around us. We have to always focus on making sure that our kids have those literacy and numeracy skills that they will need to be successful. So our first cornerstone commitment speaks to academic excellence. Our second commitment speaks to strategic technology integration. Our Board of Education recognizes, and we recognize, that we have to do everything we can to mitigate the damage that social media and cell phone use has done to our children's brains. And we also have to consider all of the latest and greatest technologies that will dominate the world that our kids are going to walk into. So I'm going to start over on this side of the spectrum. The Board of Education just recently passed a cell phone policy with a bell-to-bell ban in elementary school and in middle school, and a classroom ban in high school, to make sure that we have something consistent district-wide where we're able to start to mitigate the impacts of device use and social media on our children. We are also completely leaning in when we talk about new technologies like AI. These technologies are not going to go away. We can't wish them away. The technology is only going to become more and more advanced. What we can do is make sure that our kids are ready to leverage every tool they have available to them ethically, safely, responsibly, and using a lens of critical thinking and critical analysis when they are doing so. Those are the skills that we have to give our children, because we don't want them to leave our system and adapt to the world. We want them to leave our system and lead, not just adapt, but go out there and lead. And so we have to equip them with all of the skills that we can to help them leverage everything that's going to be available to them. Essential mindsets and behaviors is the third cornerstone commitment. So many of us gain skills outside of the educational environment that students are not necessarily experiencing today. So I'll start with driver's licenses. Raise your hand if you had a driver's license at 16. Most of us did. Keep your hand up if you got it the day you turned 16. Yep. So today's students, that's not happening. 42% of students that graduate as seniors do not have driver's licenses. That's a crazy statistic. And if you're in a high school or you're a high school student, you've seen it. The kids don't have as much interest in driving as they used to, and they're not out there doing it. Think about the skills that we gained at 16 years old by having a driver's license. We got in mom's car and we left. Like we left. Mom could not track us on a cell phone, couldn't figure out where we went. It meant we had to exercise judgment. We had to actually stop and think, should I go 4 blocks away like I told Mom I was doing, or should I drive to downtown Denver? Because Mom will never know. And we had to make those judgment calls. Our kids are being tracked. All of us, we're tracking our kids all the time. They don't have the opportunities to exercise that kind of judgment in the same ways that we did. If you think about navigating when driving a car, most of us my dad put the Rand McNally Road Atlas, in the glove compartment, and I'd have to pull over to the 7-Eleven and park and shake out the big map, try to figure out where in the world I was. All of those things contributed to our brain development as young teenagers. And that's not happening as much as it was when we were younger. Part-time jobs has the same kind of statistics. Raise your hand if you had a part-time job in high school. Keep it up if you started when you were 14. Yeah, my career started at the McDonald's drive-thru on Holly and County Line. I was the drive-thru girl. And having a part-time job at a young age also helped us develop so many skills. I know of my 3 kids, one of my 3 kids, who I will not name, learned very much the hard way at 14 years old that no, the restaurant is not going to call you and give you your schedule with a big red ribbon. You have to go look. And if you don't go look and then you don't show up, you get fired. That is how that works. I think that this child lasted 3 weeks and learned an incredibly valuable lesson. That is a great lesson to learn at 14 years old. That is not a great lesson to learn at 24. We need our kids to have opportunities to fail just like that. And so those skills, again, that we were getting outside of an educational setting, we're not seeing that skill development. That's why our workforce is complaining about the students that are graduating generally today, because they don't have those workforce readiness skills. They have academic skills. They just don't have the ability to have that work ethic and show up on time. And what do you mean I'm not entitled to fill in the blank? All the things. So we need to work as a K-12 system at how we can help our kids and put in place structures so that our kids can get a lot of those skills as part of their K-12 education. The next mindset is future-ready graduates. That really speaks to our career and technical education and concurrent enrollment pathway offerings. Giving kids the ability to explore what they want to do after high school while they're in high school is incredibly important. Not only are they going with industry certifications and transcripts that they can actually use as currency once they leave our system, they're also able to find that thing that really excites them and that they're really passionate about. I was telling a story earlier that one of my daughters found her passion at Rock Canyon High School through the biotechnology pathway. She started as a freshman. She absolutely fell in love with it, and she graduated last year from Purdue University with bioengineering. She never changed majors. She didn't hesitate. She was like, this is the thing I want to do, Mom, and that's the thing she's doing today in Madison, Wisconsin, of all places. So there you go, go Madison. But she's doing amazing, but it's because she really was able to find that thing in high school. If they can find that thing in high school, they'll spend a lot less time and a lot less of your tuition money exploring in college and trying to figure out what they want to do. All right, the last one is thriving schools and thriving communities. Thriving schools and thriving communities really speaks to what I was talking about earlier, making sure that we have thriving schools where the children are, and making sure that our schools have pre-K. We want every single school to be able to offer pre-K to meet the Thriving Schools threshold. We also want to make sure that we have a continuum of programming available in each of our regions and in our district so that we're able to support each and every student and we're not sending nearly as many students out of district because we can't meet their needs right here in Douglas County. So that's Thriving Schools and Thriving Communities. That gives you a window into what we will be working on over the next 5 years as we work to get our school system ready for the incredible future that our kids will see. All of this starts with a foundational commitment around climate and culture. We believe really strongly in making sure that our employees feel like they have a safe and wonderful place to work, because when that happens, that's what the children will feel. If employees are bringing joy to their jobs every single day, our children will bring joy every single day. So making sure that we're role modeling for our kids what that foundational commitment of climate and culture looks like, creating an environment of safe mistakes, communicating the right way and communicating kindly, exuding optimism. Optimism is so important for our kids. And finally, we will be asking for another mill levy override in 2026 as part of the plan that we presented to the Board of Education. The board will make the final decision, of course, in August, but the proposed mill levy override would cover the following things. It would be a 4% increase for teachers and staff. That would actually take our starting teacher salary to just above JEFCO. So we would finally go from being under the market to being in the market. And being able to pay more competitively will help us continue to hold on to our amazing teachers and staff who've been with us the whole time and who are working to get the amazing outcomes that we're seeing. That is due to our teachers and staff. The other half of the mill levy override would be for student programming. I showed you what's happened to our tax rate since 2013, and that has meant that our district has been really squeezed. For example, one of the programs that got cut all those years ago was instrumental music in elementary schools. And so, of course, our middle schools and our high schools, band and orchestra directors are constantly talking to me about how their pipeline is drying up because they don't have students that have the opportunity to take instrumental music during the day in their elementary school experience. So one of the student programs that we'll be restoring, should the mill levy override be successful, is elementary instrumental music. We're also looking at putting in place other student programming. I mentioned that our career and technical education and concurrent enrollment pathways all have wait lists. While we have a great deal to offer, if we have students that can't get in, it's not helpful. We want to make sure that those opportunities go to all of our kids. So investing in offering additional classes in those pathways so that we are able to meet the demand of our families and students is incredibly important. We also want to invest in our students with significant special needs. We need to make sure that we've got the programming to meet the needs of every student in our school district. And some of our students, their needs aren't being met in a regular education setting, and they are on wait lists for out-of-district programming. We would like to offer them the support and programming that they need right here in Douglas County. Those are some examples of what a potential 2026 mill levy override would cover, and it will help us continue to invest in our schools and in our students so that our students can continue to be incredibly successful. If you are not already part of our grandparents club, or you have some grandparents that might be interested in being part of our senior citizens club, please scan this QR code. Our Gold Club members have access to our activities and plays, etc., in our school districts, because we want everyone in our community to feel like they are a part of our Douglas County School District family, even if they no longer have students in our schools. So I hope you will consider referring any of your neighbors or friends or parents or grandparents to the Gold Card Club. And I'd like to thank our Gold Card members who are here tonight. So thank you for being here. They're over there. Wave. Yes, thank you for being there. All right, and now we get to the really fun part of our program. I'm going to have our student ambassadors come on up and sit down. I'll be sitting right here. And I'm going to be asking our amazing students some questions about their experiences here in our school district. And I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves one by one once they get up here. Are we passing microphones, Mr. Blair? Okay. I'll sit in this one, or I won't. I'm not sure yet. All right, thank you, Mark. Okay, thank you. Is everyone settled? First of all, I just want to thank each one of you for coming here tonight. I know coming and speaking in front of a giant crowd may not be what you had in mind for a Monday night, so thank you so much for being with us. Let's start by introducing yourself and what school you go to and what your passion is.
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Jessie Ramsey, and I go to Ponderosa High School. And next year, I plan on attending the University of Georgia, and I will be double majoring in biochemistry and regenerative biosciences on a pre-med or pre-vet track.
Amazing. Very impressive.
We get to share. Hello, everyone. My name is Hayden. I'm a senior at Highlands Ranch High School. Next year in the fall, I'll be attending the University of New Mexico to study emergency medical services in hopes of becoming a paramedic firefighter.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ashley Schumacher, and I go to the small alternative school, Eagle Academy, and I am currently a cosmetologist, and I should hopefully be getting my license in the next month.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Roman Perez. I'm currently going to Vail, and next year I'll be studying at CU Denver for pre-nursing and going through their medical track there.
Hello, my name is Jake McClintock. I go to EDCSD online, and I'm in 2 different pathways here at Lakesy campus, the EMT one and also the architecture pathway. When it comes to the future, I'm going to take advantage of the ACC credits I've been able to build up, finish off my associate's degree, and then transfer to a university in whichever field I decide.
Hi, I'm Piper. I go to Castleview High School here, and then I'm also taking the EMT course. And then next year, I'm going to the University of Massachusetts, Boston, going to biology for my major pre-med track. Yeah.
Okay, Piper, let's start with you. How did your experience in our Douglas County School District schools prepare you for what you want to do moving forward?
Yeah, so Douglas County has helped a lot with extenuating opportunities and being able to get hands-on skills. I know for specifically medicine, it's really important to get clinical hours. So now with all of the stuff that I've done with Legacy, I'm able to go into my future being able to just get those clinical hours over the summer and into the time that other people would have to be currently taking those classes. So I've really been able to jumpstart that, and it's really exciting.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great. They have an absurd amount of opportunities here, I'd say, from EMT, getting an education, then getting to actually apply that, go on EMS runs and getting to see firsthand patients and understand how those fields actually work. Or in architecture, getting to work with actual industry professionals on projects. And then we got to go up to CU and present that to a bunch more people and kind of get graded on that. Or kind of just small stuff. Like at my high school, I had an English teacher help me kind of finalize and work with my resume to make that look really good. And then I came here and did a bunch of mock interviews. So I'd say just little stuff like that that can kind of prepare you for the future.
I say Douglas County, with their CTE and hands-on programs that they offer, while I volunteer at a hospital over in Aurora, it's definitely prepared me for what I wanted to do and kind of showed me knowing that I wanted to go into the field of medicine and really just kind of hone into that. I've shadowed CNAs there, I've shadowed radiologists, and I feel like I wouldn't have that at any other high school or in, say, a different county. And I feel like they're definitely preparing everybody for the workforce and just ready for the next generation to go out into the workforce.
Out of all the counties I've been to from moving all of my life, Douglas County has been one of the counties that care the most about their students. From what I've noticed, they care that their students get in real world experience while in high school, and also allows them to jumpstart their careers instead of just doing it while they're in they just get out of high school, they freshly get into a thing, and it's thousands of dollars when they could have just did the CTE in high school and got it for like the quarter of the price. I think it's also taught me how to be more sociable with the people I know. Yeah, I've become more social.
I think on the most broad spectrum, all teachers and administrators and all these people that are these associates with Douglas County, I don't look at my English teacher and I'm like, oh, that's just my English teacher. I see a person who cares about you. I see a person who's there to support you. And that goes way into, it doesn't even need to be like just your core classes. It can be such as like these CTE programs. I mean, my EMT teacher and my last year fire chief, these are people who are just here to support you from day one all the way to about now, where we're all kind of wrapping up as seniors. And it's been a fun journey, but having these wonderful people throughout Douglas County all over the place to support you is something you don't see in every district. So.
Yeah, for me, I think one of the most important things in my journey through Douglas County School Districts has been the availability of challenging course loads. It's allowing me to set how hard I want to push myself. And I've had classes where, a lot of AP classes where I can challenge myself and take classes that will help prepare me for my next steps, either in pre-med or pre-vet. And I also have taken a couple classes through CTE where I have like a certification, and like I'm an associate of additive manufacturing, which is something that's not really related to what I want to do, but it has allowed me to explore, and that's something that's really critical, and I think has really allowed me to set my scope, I guess, where it wants to be for my next steps. So.
That's great. All right, so we're going to start with you this time. Talk about what skills and knowledge, more specifically, that you gained in our schools that have really given you the confidence to feel like your future is truly very bright.
Yeah, I think one of the most important things for me has been, at Ponderosa, I feel like there's been such a great balance that the teachers have been promoting of finding a balance between your academic course load as well as, having a social life and having a life outside of school and going to football games and things like that. And so there's importance in the academics, but then there's also importance in having fun and enjoying your time there. And I think that will set me up for a lot of success as I go on to my next steps of knowing how hard I can push myself, but then also where I can take a step back and really enjoy my time. And I think that'll be really important as I go forward. So.
Throughout my time at Douglas County, all the way from like elementary school now to being a senior in high school, the amount of independence that Douglas County offers for each of their students, like they're not here to baby you. They're not here to tell you, you need to do this, you need to do that. I mean, for sake, we have 90 different pathways that we can choose from. Odds are most people are gonna pick one that they like and stick with it. So, and that just goes into your core classes and all these CTE programs. You get to be yourself. You get to work for, I guess, I don't know how I would word this, but you get to be your own person. You get to learn yourself. You don't have all these people who are just telling you, you need to do this. It's such a good skill to learn at, obviously, most of us are adults, if not just, some of us might still be 17, but just being so young and learning these skills that some people don't develop until they're like in their mid-20s. You don't see that very often.
Perfect.
Douglas County hasn't only just taught me how to do roller set, it's taught me how to be a person in itself and how to be independent. Because before I came to Douglas County, I was super withdrawn. I didn't really talk to anyone, nor did I want to go to school. And then after I transferred here and got into my school with Eagle Academy, I actually was able to see a graduation in front of me instead of just working at McDonald's. So I feel like Douglas County's taught me how to be a person, how to function in the real world, how to interact with others, how to feel compassion for others, and how to take care of myself. Like knowing how to take care of myself and others at the same time without like causing that imbalance, if it makes sense.
I feel like Douglas County has definitely built a skill of like communication and being able to reach out to people, not being scared of saying, hey, I need help on something, and not being scared to ask for help. And especially with like the sense of self-belonging, like some people may feel that they're gonna be judged if they ask for help, which most of the time in this county, I have never experienced that. I know my freshman year it was freshman year. That's all I could say. But I definitely felt like I would have been judged, but I should have reached out for help more. But in the end of my freshman year, before I transferred to Vail, I started asking for help more, and I realized that all these teachers were here to help me, and they weren't going to judge me for asking help. And I definitely feel like that's one of my biggest improvements I've had while in Douglas County. Like I said, communication, support, belonging, and like almost all the other people on this panel said, how to be a person and how to just kind of live your life as you want it and just really choose what you want to do.
Yeah, I think when it comes to specific skills, I mean, facilities like this, me and plenty of other students were able to get real certifications in like 3D modeling areas or like EMT certifications that can give us immediate internships or jobs. But it also, like they said with the community, kind of gives you a cool purpose. I mean, in architecture, we had countless students showing up like hours and hours early, like just to be in the classroom and hang out, like not even always to work on a project. And it got to a point where like it wasn't even a question anymore. Like the security guards here was like, yeah, just go through. Like we don't care. So yeah, that was really cool. I think, I mean, there's the technical skills that they teach you. There's the community skills. There's also the fact that you get a full understanding of what a lot of these areas are actually like. It gets rid of a lot of the questions. It's not, do I want to go into medicine, or would I like architecture? You get to actually talk and do real projects with industry professionals and get to know them and fully understand what that field is like what this job would look like. Will I actually enjoy this? And I've had tremendous support. I mean, like those various professionals I'm talking about, with all their degrees, they even come up to us after, like, hey, like after you graduate, like please reach out. Like we want to keep helping you, whether it be just like a personal project or more school stuff. Like they want to be a part of it. They want to offer that. So yeah, it's been very welcomed and a very enjoyable experience.
Yeah, I would say I'm the type of person who likes to plan out my entire life to like a T. And part of that has been created through Douglas County schools, but as well as when I come up to like my counselors or when I go up to my teachers and I'm like, this is my plan, take it and do with what you will. They're very receptive of that and willing to like help me out there and meet me where I'm at. It also is just so helpful to be surrounded by teachers who are actually passionate about what they're teaching. So being able to be in like AP classes where these people have degrees in the stuff that they're teaching, I feel able to go up to them and talk to them about anything in that field that I would have questions about. And I think that creativity that it fosters and like the curiosity is one of the best skills that I have, and I have the school district to thank for it.
All right, I am going to throw a question at you guys that we didn't prepare you for, so hopefully you guys will roll with me here. You heard me talk a little bit about our strategic plan and our plan for the future. As you're coming out of our system and you're looking at your younger siblings or other students that are behind you that are coming in, what resonated with you about our discussion around what we want to provide our kids moving forward? Anyone want to start? I'll give you a minute to process too. Yeah.
I think it's so cool that we're trying to integrate more of this type of looking beyond high school into the high school curriculum itself. I think that's something that I've noticed a lot of my peers sort of missing and thinking that they're going to have to do a lot more exploring as they go into the next steps. And I think that's something that would be so cool if people could just come through high school and start exploring things that are sort of beyond the typical math and English and things like that, and start looking at what is it that makes me excited, beyond just the typical curriculum stuff. And that way they have a better plan for what they want to do in the future. And I think that would be really, really cool. So. Great.
Yeah, I mean, teachers specifically, I've had some teachers like this year, it's like their first couple years teaching, and it's already like, what the heck? Like, I want to be in this classroom all the time. So I'm kind of jealous of the students that get to be with them when they like really figure out these curriculums. But also like some of the opportunities I've heard of, like here, there's like a new construction pathway coming in. I don't know how confirmed all of these things are, But
Very
I mean, I heard, no, not like that specific, but I heard one thing about how like the architecture students are going to be able to design tiny homes, and the construction students are actually going to build them. Like, what? Like, I want to do that. So yeah, I think they're very lucky. I think they're going to have fun no matter where they end up. And yeah, I think all of the pathways and all the students are going to have a lot of fun in the future for sure.
Anyone else want to weigh in? Yeah, go for it.
I think as being the older brother that I am, I get to speak on behalf of my sister because obviously that's what older siblings do. And I can say that because she's a freshman at Ranch. But all throughout like Douglas County, and even just looking at all the different types of relationships with people I have, like friends and family, all these people who you can have like the most school person ever who's going to take all the APs, all the honors. And then you have someone who maybe doesn't like school that much. Maybe they don't do well with testing, but they have these hands-on things that they offer all throughout the district. I mean, one of my buddies who's going to be a senior next year at Ranch, he's super excited about the auto tech program.
Yeah.
He's like, I cannot wait to do this, because having this opportunity in Douglas County, he would have never thought. He's like, why come to school in, like a couple years ago, and now like, oh, I get to go work on cars. Like, that's awesome.
That's pretty great.
So being able to adapt to all those different people and coming out of that knowing that everyone is kind of raised up to the level in which you guys envision, what you guys want them to be.
That's great. Piper.
Yeah, I have 4 younger brothers, and they all have like certain like learning disabilities. So hearing about like all of the effort that they're putting into the special needs programs gives me so much hope for their future as well, and like their ability to thrive, as well as all of the different pathways. I feel confident that they'll be able to find something that they actually enjoy doing, especially like they are young kids. So there's like a 10-year gap until they need to figure out what they're doing. So I'm really excited to see how much change happens in that time and to see how much they are able to thrive here.
That's great.
I'll definitely say freshman year me, if I kind of knew about these maybe more incoming CTE pathways and all these other hands-on pathways, I feel like I wouldn't have been deciding my senior year what I was going to do, because that's what I ended up doing this year. And while I had multiple other passions, there was no real way for me to apply them, like, for example, the automotive CTE pathway. They might have been a thing, I probably just didn't know about them, but I definitely wish I kind of went into those pathways, because, for example, the juniors, the sophomores, and the freshmen, they now have these like options to really choose what they want and figure out what they want to do.
Being around kids so much with the program I'm in, I notice a lot of kids with a lot of passions. And I sit there and I curl their hair and I hear this little girl being like, I want to be a cosmetologist so bad. And then I tell her about the sanitation stuff. She's like, oh, maybe not. Maybe like engineering's better. I'm like, yeah, unless you don't want to become a clean freak, don't go into cosmetology. But I see so many kids with so many opportunities and so many like different passions within them that I'm like so excited for them to like be able to experience and explore. And Douglas County being able to let them do this is like such a big thing. So I remember when I was younger, I wanted to explore so many things and I just couldn't. I remember at one point I wanted to be a bus driver.
Oh, it's not too late.
Yeah, I thought about being a bus driver for a minute. Hair, no, I want to be a bus driver. But seeing these kids and seeing all their passions and like seeing them want to try new things reminds me so much of myself when I was younger. I hope the best for these kids, and I hope their future. I see their bright future. Actually, I can see it.
I love that. So my absolute last question. You all have talked a lot about the academics and the academic opportunities that you've had here in Douglas County. Talk to us briefly about how you felt cared for as a person, as a human, and if you have any experiences you want to share, or where you really felt that you gained that resiliency and those other skills from just the care and love of the people around you.
Yeah, I mean, I think the general theme throughout my whole time in Douglas County School District is that the teachers really care about my life outside of high school. I mean, obviously they care about how I'm doing in their class and all that kind of stuff, but I'm also an active member in a lot of different things outside of high school that I'm constantly getting asked about, like how things are going and, how my like vet internship stuff is going and what I learned on the last horse that I visited and things like that. And that's stuff that I'm excited about, and it really makes me excited that they're excited about it as well. And, it makes me happy and excited for my future going forward. So, and that kind of support is really what is making me feel, that much more excited again to go into what my next steps are. So, yeah.
I think from starting out, like my whole education career in Douglas County, like all through kindergarten, all the way up through my senior year, and I did have the hiccup in COVID of trying to pick if I wanted to go online or stay doing that hybrid learning that we all sure had fun with. But I think throughout my time, like being just a little boy all the way up to now I can say I'm grown up, but having these people who are willing to be there for you throughout your entire career in like high school, elementary, middle school, and you have these coaches who, like, I don't know how many of you guys are in sports, but how awesome is it that like maybe your math teacher, your history teacher, so be it, they can be your mentor outside of school. They can be like your coach. And those of you in sports and all of you out there who have been in doing sports in your school or whatever, you understand that there's these people who, they're not there to be a coach. They're there, I guess I would say, they are there to be a coach, but they're not there for the paycheck. Yeah. They're there to be a person. They're there to be there for you, if that makes sense.
Totally.
What I've noticed within my school is not just the staff cares, but also some of the students. I go to a small school, so everyone knows each other, but all the teachers, if they notice if you're having like a hard day or if you're just slightly off, they'll come up to you and they'll be like, hey, I noticed you were off today. I was wondering if you're okay. Or just a big thing happened and somehow they know because you're talking to your friend, they overheard you, and they're just like, I'm so happy for you. And they express their like excitedness for your life. And I've never had that until I moved here. So it was really weird when it first happened. I was like, oh, how do you know me? But I really do like that these schools like care so much for their students and just really want the best for them, and aren't, like he said, aren't just here for the paycheck. They're here for the students and the experiences and just bringing the next generation on, I guess.
I'll definitely say with the support, I'm gonna start by thanking my principal. I'll tell her right now. I have had more support from her over these past 3 years than I did in middle school. I wasn't the best kid in middle school. I'll start with that. That might have been why I didn't get all that support. But I definitely got a little better over my high school years. But I'm gonna say thank you to my principal. I'm gonna say thank you to all my faculty because they're always there for me. Since I go to a smaller school, like she said, everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows your business. Like immediately, if I walk in and I don't have a smile on my face, I'm not having a good day, I'll immediately get asked like, hey, is everything all right? Even my security guard has asked me that. Just like I walk in the door, they look at me, they're like, oh, he's not having a good day. Like what's going on? And I feel like I have a connection with all my teachers that I can be open with them and I can just talk to them about life and they will understand about like what's going on, and they'll be empathetic about it. They'll try to put them in my shoes and they'll really be like, oh, that's not the most ideal thing that's going on right now. And I will say, for like the future generation that's coming into high school, there will be like those teachers that maybe aren't as supportive, but 99% of them will care for you. They will care about your day. They will wonder just everything about you, and they want to connect with you, and they'll treat you as a person, and like previously stated, they're not just there for the paycheck. That's a really good line. I will say that's a really good line. And that's one thing that I do love about my school and that I have noticed a lot in Douglas County.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely a strong part of the journey. They always want to be a part of what you're doing. If you're doing really well in a class, they'll try and push more at you, like if you want it, of course. But yeah, if you're doing well, they'll try and give you more opportunities in that area. But also just how well you're taken care of. Like I'll come into the classroom one day after like a sports competition or anything, and they'll be like, "Oh, like how'd it go? How'd this?" And I'm like, "I like barely remember mentioning this to you," and they remember like every single detail of what I said. So yeah, I feel very cared for, and they're always trying to give me as many opportunities as I can in the areas I wanna push in.
Yeah, the one moment that comes to mind is recently I went up to my AP Gov teacher and I was just like, I need a minor. What should I minor in? And we had like a 3-hour-long conversation about like the possible minors that I could take and like how I want to expand my knowledge base. So it's just like being able to have interactions like that where it's like I have a definite path for my future and I feel comfortable asking these people these questions. Like government isn't something that I even want to go into. I just trusted his opinion on it because of how he taught me and the ways that he pushed me in the classroom, and then that extended outside of the classroom, which was really wonderful to experience.
That's excellent. How about a huge round of applause for our amazing kids? You guys did great. I know I speak for everyone here when we tell you, you guys are amazing. We're so proud of you, and we know you all have really amazing futures. I hope you'll come back and visit us after you graduate. So congratulations to all of you on your graduation soon, and I cannot thank you enough for being willing to come share your experience with all of us here. So thank you again. I can collect microphones. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. You guys can go sit down. Thank you so much. All right, my stage hands are helping out with the stools. We are going to be moving on to the awards part of our ceremony. If you just give us a second.
I got you.
Got to switch. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is the last part of our meeting tonight. Thank you so much again for being here. And this is the moment that many in this room have been waiting for. Tonight we will recognize our DCSD schools that received awards from the Colorado Department of Education based on academic achievement and academic growth. As each school comes up, they will be presented with an engraved award. For schools winning an award for the first time, an outdoor banner will be installed on their building over the summer because we want to show our community the amazing work that our staff and students are doing. Here's a little bit of information about the 3 awards that we're here to celebrate tonight. The Governor's Distinguished Improvement Awards are given to schools that demonstrate exceptional student growth. On the school performance framework that is used by the state to evaluate schools, these schools exceed expectations on the indicator related to longitudinal academic growth and meet or exceed expectations on the indicator related to growth gaps. The John Irwin School of Excellence Awards are given to schools that demonstrate exceptional academic achievements over time. These schools received an exceeds expectations rating on the academic achievement indicator of the school performance framework, reflecting exceptional performance in math, English language arts, and in science. And then finally, we have the High School Growth Award, which shows the most tremendous growth that our students are having in their high school experience. We're going to call up our schools by region. Our charter schools are in their own group. We're, of course, recognizing them as well. When your school is announced, I'm going to have you come up to this side, and we'll give you your award. We'll take a picture. And then if you could go stand by the Colorado flag until your entire region comes up, we'll do a picture by region as well. So with that, I want to start with the Castle Rock region. Our Executive Director of Schools and future Superintendent of Kiowa, Erin Cruz, will announce our award-winning schools from the Castle Rock region. Thank you. And here comes the mic. Thanks. Can you just do this? That'd be great. All right, there you go.
Yeah. All right, let's get started with the Castle Rock region. For the John Irwin Schools of Excellence Award, we have Principal Lacey Dahl here representing Cherry Valley Elementary.
Congratulations,
And the winner of both the John Irwin School of Excellence and the Governor's Distinguished Improvement Award, we have Principal of the Year for the district, Jen Oldham at Larkspur Elementary. Bring your feet.
Do you want your team up here in the picture? All right. All right, Larkspur team, come get the picture. Okay. All right. Anyone want to do the cheerleader swap? In here. Okay, that's good.
All right, congratulations to the Castle Rock schools.
All of you come up here and we'll do a picture.
Next, we'll bring up Parker.
Oh, we're not quite at the beach yet. Aaron, come up here. We're going to do a picture. All right. Okay, next up we have the Parker region. I'm going to introduce Assistant Superintendent Danny Windsor to announce the awards from the Parker region. Danny, come on up. Look, he's armed with a microphone, ready to go.
All right, I was trying to follow directions. All righty. Let's see here. So super excited to have a chance to jump in. I know Miss Kristen Drury would love to be here. She sends her best and congratulations as well. But I'd like to begin to introduce our John Irwin School of Excellence, Miss Chandra Baca and Franktown Elementary School.
Congratulations, Chandra.
All righty, Dr. Jenny Brown and Gold Rush Elementary.
We keep missing it. My fault. Oh, he wants one more. Okay.
All right.
All right, good job, Jen.
Alrighty, last but not least, Miss Kelly Kuntz and Pine Grove Elementary.
You guys come on back over and Danny hop in. All right. Parker region. Parker Peeps, that's right. All right, now we have the East Highlands Ranch region. So John Gutierrez, our Executive Director of Schools, will announce the winners from East Highlands Ranch. John, come on up.
Thank you so much.
So
I'll
welcome.
take that out too. It's all good. You can say hi. Nice to see you. Well done, Frank. All right. Well, good evening. I'd like to, very excited to announce our John Irwin Schools of Excellence. I think we have a few principals and assistant principals, so we're going to have them come on up. So from Buffalo Ridge Elementary, we have Miss Jen Murdoch. Congratulations, Jen. Well done. From Cougar Run Elementary, we have Miss Shannon McPherson and our AP, Miss Stephanie Hinkle. Congratulations, gang. Way to go. Well done. I'm proud of you guys. Way to go, Miss Hinkle. Further, we have Redstone Elementary, Miss Amy Moyle, principal, and assistant principal. Miss Gail Hollins.
Oh, don't drop it. Let's not drop it. Okay.
Don't drop it.
Yeah.
Here, look that way.
Congratulations, Amy. Well done. It's about time we get you up here, lady. And from Rocky Heights Middle School,
Oh my gosh, it's going so fast.
Mr. Chris Cook.
All right. You guys put your hands on this. It's your award. Yeah.
Okay, and now the winners of both the John Irwin School of Excellence and the Governor's Distinguished Improvement Award, Miss Mindy Persakina from Lone Tree Elementary.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's back up.
Yeah, I know, right?
From Timber Trail Elementary, Principal Dr. Rob Thielen and Assistant Principal Mr. Michael Cordoba.
Actually, come on back. Too many awards for us to handle. We couldn't handle them all. Hi. We got the whole gang here. I love it. All right.
Hey, congratulations.
You got a lot to hold.
We do. Hi, how are you? And from Wildcat Mountain Elementary, Principal Miss Molly Milley and Assistant Principal Miss Heather Kuzma.
Gentlemen, congratulations. Get them all?
And finally, the winner of both the John Irwin School of Excellence and the High School Academic Growth Award for Rock Canyon High School, Mr. Andy Abner.
John, appreciate it.
Accumulating a lot of hard work.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. Hi, everyone.
Here, you grab that.
Oh, I'm holding that one. Okay.
Yeah, you're holding them both. Well, you should be holding them both. But all right.
And congratulations to all these
back.
fantastic East Highlands Ranch
Yes.
schools.
And John, come get in the picture. All right, everyone crowd in. We're filling up the stage now. Come on over here, John. All right. Okay, someone's going to have to come do the squat.
Double
You
rows.
should really be holding both of them. I shouldn't be holding one. Here.
Work with Scott.
Hold your other one. Hold your other. Okay. There we go. Yeah, exactly.
I can stand in the back.
I'll do that. Then
No,
I'll,
you're fine.
I've got your award. Okay. Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Congrats, you guys. Congrats. Congrats, Rock Canyon Leader. Congrats, you guys. Congratulations. Thank you. Of course. All right, we're going to fill up the stage again. Now we are going to move to West Highlands Ranch region. Ian Wells, our Executive Director of Schools, will announce the award winners from West Highlands Ranch. Ian, the microphone is yours.
All righty. So we are going to start with our John Irwin Schools of Excellence. Wow, you're gifted. First up, Principal Amy Ronnie from Coyote Creek Elementary. She just whispered in my ear they were supposed to follow me up there. Good prank, guys.
Thanks,
that was
guys.
good. That's a good one. Next up, for El Dorado Elementary, we have Miss Julie Crawford and Assistant Principal, Miss Whitney Tomlin. Our next school is Heritage Elementary, Principal Katie Lawson. Our next school, we have Mount Ridge Middle School, Principal Allison Shaner. She's giving me a hard time, sorry. Next up, we have Northridge Elementary, Principal Aaron Leonard. Next up, we have Ranchview Middle School. Principal Aaron Kylo is actually at an IB conference, so here to accept the award is Assistant Principal, soon to be retiring, Miss Shelley Highland.
Congratulations, Shelley. Tell Aaron we missed her.
Next up, we have Saddle Ranch Elementary School. Unfortunately, Principal Allison Hawk got stuck in a different state. Their plane got canceled. So Lindsay Frazier, as the last minute assistant principal, came to help us. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Lindsay. Thank you. Congrats. All right, ready?
Next up, we have Stone Mountain Elementary, Principal Michelle Frenchie. Next up, we have Summit View Elementary, Principal Marlo Franks. Next up, from Thunder Ridge High School, we have Principal Liz Wallop. Next up from Trailblazer Elementary School, we have Miss Katie Sedero Jensen, Principal.
He's good. He's good. You got it.
We did have two winners of both the John Irwin Schools of Excellence and Governor's Distinguished Improvement Award as well. The first up is Bear Canyon Elementary, Principal Allison Sullivan. And Assistant Principal Tony Bowers is also here. Love the shirts. And finally, also Copper Mesa Elementary School with Principal Candace Wayne and Assistant Principal, soon to be Principal down in Castle Rock Renaissance Elementary, Chrissy Anderson. A big congratulations to these incredible West Highlands Ranch schools. We appreciate all that you do.
Whole region, come on over. We'll have to stack it up. Okay. Stack them up. We'll need a front row. I can squeeze down. Oh, good. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. No, but I can do it. Just help me out. Oh, you girls in the middle. There you go. Okay. There we go. Okay, congratulations. Last but absolutely not least, we want to recognize our amazing charter schools. Executive Director of Choice Programming, Gordon Mosier, is here to announce our Charter School Award winners.
Hello, thanks for the opportunity. Would like to bring up the, do we change it? Oh, we already did. Perfect. The John Irwin Schools of Excellence Award winners first. We have Academy Charter School Principal Aaron McMillan here. Next, we have American Academy. They have 3 school campuses, and each of them received the John Irwin Award. So we have Executive Director Tammy Bostic and Assistant Executive Director Lisa Antinian, both here as well.
You guys have a lot to hold, so.
If you didn't know, that's the founder of American Academy Charter School holding an award too, so pretty cool. Next, Ben Franklin Academy. We have Principal Diana Simpson here for that award. Well done. North Star Academy's principal could not be here, unfortunately, but we do have Assistant Principal Mary Clark here to represent North Star Academy, so thanks so much. Parker Core Knowledge Charter School, unfortunately, is unable to attend, but we are accepting their award on their behalf, so great job. Next, Platte River Academy. Their executive director, Kara Pratt, was not here, but we have literacy specialist Hillary Price here to accept their award. And Paige Peterson, Director of Student Services. Thanks. I don't know, it looks like I'm trying to lean out of these pictures. I'm really, it's a habit. The last one of our John Irwin schools, we have STEM School Highlands Ranch, and the board chair, Carla Gustafson, is here to receive that award. Board chair. And again, we do have one winner that won both the John Irwin and the Governor's Distinguished, and that would be Challenge to Excellence Charter School Principal Liz Dugan.
Charter schools, you all want to come stand together? Here, Gordon, why don't you? I wasn't going to ask you to lay in the front. I was just going to ask you to do that. I'm still holding yours. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you. Okay, how about one more big round of applause for our award-winning schools? They're amazing. This concludes tonight's event. I want to thank you all for coming out on a Monday night. It's not snowing yet, so at least we missed that. But thank you for coming out on a Monday night to hear all about the amazing school district, and mostly our leaders and our staff and our teachers that are getting it done for kids every single day. So thank you again for being here, and have a great night, and take cookies.